Oh, that was lovely. A soldier's wife. So, Terese, can you tell me how you started to write songs? Have you always written things? Or?
Well, I've started writing music since I was probably about 12, and through my teenage years I would just write some songs about my my crushes at the time and who I was in love with. But one of the earliest songs I wrote was called Beauty, and that was about my niece, my very first niece, called Bella, and that's another little piano ballad that eventually I'd like to get recorded properly and release. And that was through my teenage years, and I just love music, so I did it all through school, and I've always had my piano and my singing. I did some singing lessons in my late teens, and then I just sort of had a bit of a gap with my music while I was I guess I was with my husband, and we went up to Darwin for 3 years, and it wasn't until I came back down to Hobart and that I started to get right back into it and enjoy it again, and really start to write my songs. So
okay, got a bit more
getting
serious.
all the equipment, the equipment for me to have a little home studio.
Oh, that's great.
Your voice really does remind me of Kate Miller-Heidke.
I get that a lot.
And she's a wonderful singer as well.
I really love her.
You have a really broad range of influences. I've been just reading here, Pink, and
yes.
Can you tell me about your influences and how they have changed over the years?
Well, I grew up loving musicals, musical theatre and all the classics, and Barbra Streisand.
Yep.
And so, I at one point I wanted to be an actor and in musicals, and I've just loved all of that kind of music, Hello Dolly and Calamity Jane, and it's just, and I just love listening to the radio and all kinds of music. I love Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
She's another big influence on how she writes, and it's just since I started my singing lessons a year ago with my singing teacher Jude Elliott, she is helping me to get rid of that musical theatre side, because it isn't, I don't think it translates as well as just the contemporary and the current sound that the Kate Miller-Heidkes and Sarah McLachlan's and that they have. So she helped to bring my vocal and my performance out, and the sound make it a lot better.
Yeah, and bring out your own personality rather than a character as what you would do if you're doing a cabaret or a musical.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And to get rid of the cheesy side of the singing. You see it on. I've been watching The Voice. I admit I love watching The Voice, and you find that the people who do musical theatre don't often do as well with those kind of shows. But it is such a huge, genre in itself. That's just a matter of deciding what you want to do and want to put out, and approaching it, the right people. So I prefer to not really just stick to any one genre. I like to explore as many as I can, because I think it really broadens my songwriting.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to write a rock song, and that's where On the Other Side came about, because the Adam Maxfield, who I wrote it with, he's had a lot of experience with writing rock music, and so I thought, well, this will be a good match-up, and he can help me to get into that genre. So that's what we came out with.
That's fantastic. Did you did you actually do many musicals when you were younger at school, or do many stage performances? I did theatre as part of school, and I was part of a couple of musicals at school. I also I did audition for one of the Huon Huon Theatre productions of Calamity Jane, I think, and
or no, South Pacific it was, because
oh yes, my mum was in South Pacific. Yeah. She was a princess.
Yeah. Well,
it's a classic.
I think I was offered the position, but at the time I was only very young. I was in my late teens, and it was difficult to get down to Huonville. But I was, one of the things I do regret is to not make that effort to do it, because it would have just been an amazing experience, and it's something I've always wanted to do.
I guess it makes it harder at this stage in your life with a young child, getting the time to, rehearse, but working and promoting your own album, you can do this in your own time.
Yeah,
and you can make time.
Support at the moment. I'm very lucky with my family and friends, and with my singing teacher Jude. She's just got immense experience. She's been singer-songwriter professionally for 15 years in Adelaide and in America, and now down here, and she's really helping with my performance and my confidence, and it pushes me to want to do more.
Do you you are playing live, you're doing all of this solo on piano, or do you have a backup?
At the moment, it's just it's a very intimate performance with just me and my piano and the microphone.
Lovely.
And so I'm singing the performance. So if I sing I'm in love with you now, I'd probably tone that back and make it more an acoustic performance. So and just be, I think people would enjoy hearing that, and they would find it, just an enjoyable listening experience, I hope. So, and we never know where it might lead to. I am looking to get some more experience and singing with more people, and it could lead to other things as well.
Do some more collaborations and
more collaboration, and I would like to, play with. I love singing with other people, and I love singing with duets and with other musicians, and now this is sort of giving me the opportunity to step out and branch out a bit more, because you do sort of live in your shell for a little bit, especially while you're writing and recording and producing. So now I'm at that next step.
Time to step out.
Getting myself out.
Yeah,
that's right.
Well, if any of the listeners out there are interested in Terese Millhouse's music, have a look at her website, www.teresemillhousemusic.com. You could also find her on Facebook, Terese Millhouse Music, or SoundCloud and Bandcamp and YouTube.
Yep.
And it's a lovely, lovely CD, Terese. And
thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you for your time.
Yes.
And I hope it does well. I'm sure it will do well. And
me too.
Yeah. And so I'm going to say goodbye to you now, and thank you very much for your time. And we're going to play On the Other Side that you were just talking about.
Thank you.
So, thank you.